Review of Harry Styles' spectacular National Stadium comeback concert. Harry Styles' Love on Tour concert last Friday at the Singapore National Stadium. 8 years ago, while he was a member of the boy band One Direction, British pop artist Harry Styles gave his last performance at the National Stadium, one of Singapore's biggest music venues. The 29-year-old triumphantly performed alone at the same arena this time. Styles performed for the audience after winning the Grammy for Album of the Year for the 2022 release Harry's Home. But he also gave off the impression of a performer who went above and above to give the 32,000-person crowd the sense that they were seen and heard, in addition to wanting the people to be pleased. It was his largest solo performance to date in Singapore. He had performed in front of 6,000 people in the Singapore Indoor Stadium in 2018 and 5,000 people at the Star Theatre in 2017. While he wasn't thanking them after each song, he would inquire about their health. When he singled out audience members, he would ask for their names and take care to pronounce any names that weren't in the English language properly. He proudly held out an image of himself painted by a young fan before carefully folding it and slipping it into his back pocket. He also read out the homemade placards, picked up the range of hats, flags, and other items they hurled on stage, and carried the portrait in his back pocket. And he gladly gave the limelight over to a male fan who proposed to his girlfriend, much to the pleasure of everyone. "What should I do at this point? You've stolen my thunder," he jokingly said before offering the newly engaged pair a life of bliss. It sounded like a mantra as he performed the gospel-infused soul pop song Treat Others with Kindness. The majority of the Gen Z and millennial audience was extremely well-dressed, complete with feather boas and glitter. The singer encouraged them to be whoever it is they have always wanted to be. Styles had a stylishly scruffy face and was wearing a tight, collared blouse with glittering stripes and dazzling black leggings. After the opening act for the night, Music for a Sushi Restaurant, finished, he initially appeared a little hesitant. He needed a few songs to warm up, but once he did, he seemed to have more enthusiasm. At the 95-minute mark, Styles still had the energy to perform quick high kicks with the drummer of his stellar supporting band. Styles comes out as a conscientious student of legendary British rock frontmen like Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones and Freddie Mercury of Queen in terms of showmanship. He even mimicked Mercury's well-known call and response performance for the audience. As was to be expected, a large portion of the set list included songs from Harry's Home, including the popular and major hit As It Was. The rock ballad Sign of the Times from his self-titled 2017 debut album featured some of the night's greatest voices, while the funk-infused pop song Watermelon Sugar from the 2019 follow-up album Fine Line also prompted a raucous sing-along. He took a break from all the joyful dancing to delicately sing the acoustic songs Little Freak and Matilda. Styles sung the One Direction song What Makes You Beautiful as a tribute to his beginnings. Unlike when he performed at the National Stadium in 2015, he was not required to divide the vocal duties with his bandmates. Whatever the case, Styles is more than capable of controlling a crowd in a stadium by himself.